It's Friday, May 24th. Here's what's coming up on the mayor's office.
He is probably the modern day Tony Gwynn. And obviously that's high praise because Tony Gwynn's one of the greatest of all time. I think 9 batting titles. You know, he's obviously, Arraez has 2. So we're not totally comparing him to Tony Gwynn. Right. But it's that, you know, that good hitter.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Good life.
Boom! Coming in hot, Chichi, on a Friday. What's up, brother?
That was a little more boom in that one. So how's the back, dude? Is it better? Or
Dude, yesterday, my boom, literally yesterday, my boom was like, it was legitly like, you know, half mass because my back. Dude, nothing worse than a bad back, man.
Really
I feel so much better today than I did yesterday, but like, still like getting out of bed or having to take a piss last night, like 4 a.m, dude.
Oh,
I was like, Sarah,
she had to carry you to the bed.
should have helped me up.
Oh, jeez, Louise, dude.
So, but this morning I am feeling a lot better. So,
all right, that's good. Yeah,
not 100%, but I can play. I can play. Get me out there. Get me out there right now. I'll play.
That's good. I heard somebody say today, they were like, oh, it was Todd Frazier last night. He's like, some days, man, you just don't got it. And I would tell my coaches, like, hey, I only got 65 today. And the coaches would be like, give me all of that 65, though. Give me all of that 65%. I thought that was a funny line.
Your 65 is better than anyone else's 100. So we need it. We need it.
Speaking of 100, dude, this is like the most viral thing in the world. I'll put it up for the people, but like Wheel of Fortune last night, dude, this thing, I'll put it up there so everybody can see it.
Oh, my God.
That goes.
Somebody sent it to me, but I thought it was a joke. Yeah, tell us what happened.
I thought it was fake, too. I'm going to play it. Just going to play it for the audience who hasn't heard it. I can't imagine anybody hasn't heard this yet, but here we go. Oh, goodness.
Tavares, right in the butt.
What?
No. Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's it.
What was the answer?
This is the best. He said right in the butt, Sean. Do you think he did it on purpose?
Dude, he didn't even spell it right. He didn't even spell right when he said right in the butt.
I know. Yeah, he didn't. Oh, my God.
Like right, there was only 4 letters in the first word. So right, he would have spelled right, R-I-T-E.
Yeah, like Rite Aid. What are you doing? But that was unbelievable, dude. I thought it was fake, too. I sent it to Jess. He was like, that's not real. I'm like, it's real. Happened.
I thought it was like AI, like somebody said that. Yeah.
Sajak's been doing that for 50 years. That guy was shook, dude. I've never, like, normally he'd find something funny to say. He just was like, I'm not going near this, which was a good move by him.
Especially in 2024.
Dude, I thought about it. I thought about you as soon as it happened, dude, because you have an amazing story about being on a game show. And I was like, we got to talk about this in case people have.
Dude, 6 years ago, I was on Family Feud. It was the MLB versus the NBA. Meanwhile, first off, that Wheel of Fortune thing is absolutely incredible. If anyone hasn't seen it, go see it, please, because I literally thought it was a joke. But it is funny to go back. You know, you have a production meeting before you go out there. So we had the MLB versus the NBA. It was me, Johnny Damon, Jenny Finch, John Franco, and Jimmy Rollins.
Right.
Versus Shaq, Barkley, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson, and then the one of the girl sideline reporters. I can't remember her name. She was awesome.
Yeah.
And so we're in the back, and the producer comes in, and she's explaining. We're all sitting in this room, and she's explaining how everything's going to go. Hey, Steve Harvey's going to come out. He's going to ask a question. And he's like, now listen, stay with Steve, because if he asks a question, you can jump the buzzer. You don't have to let him finish your question before you get in on the question, right? So I was like, okay, perfect. Well, I look over, and Shaq's really not paying attention. He's in the corner kind of doing his thing, and I mean, and I'm like, Shaq didn't even hear what she just said right there. So I I log that in my mind. You know, you don't know who you're going up against when you get out there.
Right.
So then we get out there, Chinch, and they're like, "Hey, let's here it comes, here, like the family, the NBA family," and they're like, they're like MLB family. We're like, yeah, it's like the beginning of Family Feud, exactly what you think. So all I can think of Richard Dawson back in the day, like, and I love Richard Dawson on The Running Man, like,
Oh, so good.
so good, so good.
And he kissed all the
give me Dynamo, whatever. So anyway, so we go out there, dude. Steve Hart's first time we met Steve right before. How you doing? So cool, nice guy. And so I line it up, and I can see that I think I'm 3 in. I look over, and I'm across from Shaq.
Yes.
So they're like, so it gets to that point, Chance. They're like, give me Sean, give me Shaq, give me Shaq, give me Sean. Big hand right there, Shaq.
You know what it is.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible. One-on-one with Shaq. And all I can think about when I'm coming out with Shaq is like, he was not paying attention when the producer gave the direction about what was going on. And I'm like, I'm not letting Harvey end this question. Like, he doesn't know the rules. So sure enough.
Top 6 answers on the board. Here we go. We asked 100 married women to fill in the blank. I like it when my man gives me a big what?
Kiss.
Kiss.
Then Shaq comes up with an incredible, I mean, you have to play the clip because the funniest freaking answer ever, dude. Shaq.
I can't say the answer I want to say, so, so I'm going to say gift. I'm going to just say gift. Say gift. Big old gift.
So what do you want to do, Sean? I was like, you always want, whenever you watch Family, like, we want to play. I look back at like Jenny Fisher, but
we're playing.
We want to play. We want to play, Steve. So I come back, we ended up playing. But it's so cool, dude. I look back and I always say, like, hey, listen, for the rest of my life, I can say I played Shaq one-on-one and I beat him. No one needs to know it's Family Feud. No one needs to know it's a question of Family
in that
Feud.
clip, dude, he looks like you. You look like me, and he looks like you, size-wise. He's that much bigger.
Yeah, he's that much bigger, dude. At that time, I'm 220. I'm 220 now, 224.
Yeah.
Back then, I was 245, dude. I was 6'3", 6'4" with shoes on, 225. I look like you and me standing next to each other. I look smaller. You're bigger than I looked.
That's amazing, dude.
It's incredible.
Anyway, I just had to get that out.
He's the best, dude. Barkley was so funny, too. That whole thing was like Barkley and Shaq. If you go back and look at that episode, you can probably find it on YouTube. Barkley and Shaq. We went to sudden death, dude. Johnny Franco, sudden death. We had one more question. Like, I think we were like tied. It was, and whoever wins the question goes. So they end up winning. But dude, Barkley was incredible in the back.
Yeah.
I brought my daughter Carly with me. She was like, let me see what she was. She was 12 at the time. So, dude, here comes Barkley. And it was kind of cool, dude, because these guys know who you are, too. They're like, hey,
yeah.
I'm like, hey, Shaq. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm Sean K. He's like, yeah, I know who you are. I'm like, let's go. It's one of those moments. Like,
yeah.
Let's go. Barkley was so nice. He knows, we all kind of know each other. So Shaq walks in after in the hallway in the back when we first are arriving, and he starts and Barkley starts just like crushing him, like that fun loving stuff. Like, oh, here comes the weak link. Here comes the weak link. Don't let these baseball guys beat us because you're the weak link. Right. And then he starts like, throwing some swear words out there. So he takes his hands, puts them over Carly's ears. He's like, earmuffs, honey.
Chuck does?
Earmuffs, honey. Yeah, Chuck does. Chuck's like, earmuffs, honey. Puts his hand over Carly's ears and basically covered her head. They're like, oh, it looked like you couldn't see Carly's face. Chuck's hands were so big, and he starts going off on Shaq. But it was a great time. What a fun time that was. So great.
That's so good. So much fun, dude. Oh, I got Macy's out there going nuts. Do you hear Macy barking? She like,
yeah. Why is she barking?
I don't know what's going on.
How's she doing? She's good.
Dude, she's good, man. Her legs are back to almost ready. I'm not letting her run like a maniac, but she's doing good. I'll tell you one dude who's living good right now, dude. It's Luis Arraez, bro. Remember the other day you said he's gonna win a batting title, and he was kind of down in like the three. He was like 25 points off. Well, guess what? He's up 341 on the year. He's hitting 419 since he got to San Diego. 8 straight games with multiple hits. He's got 21 hits during that stretch, which is longer than Tony Gwynn ever did. Okay. Let's just stop there. And I got more stats to give you. But, dude, what is your take on this guy? His swing, his stance, everything he does?
Well, well, first off, he's an outlier because if you go with the bat speed and all that stuff, the new measures, I think he's number one lowest bat speed in the game. So you don't have to have elite bat speed to hit the big league level. Period. You might not have that. You might not have the pop, but you know what I mean. But right. This guy can hit the ball at the ballpark. Chinch, he is probably the modern day Tony Gwynn, and obviously that's high praise because Tony Gwynn's one of the greatest of all time. I think 9 batting titles. He's obviously Arraez has 2, so we're not totally comparing him to Tony Gwynn. Right. But it's that that good hitter, that like guy that I think the biggest thing with him. Watch this guy hit, dude. He manipulates the barrel better than anyone in the game. What I mean by that is a lot of guys nowadays, you see this one plane swing. I call it the pitching machine swing. So many guys are hitting off these pitching machines. They got one swing. So slider in the dirt, it looks like it was a fastball down the middle. Fastball down the middle, they'll swing through it. Curveball, down, those same swing. It's like the same swing plane. Right. He does a great job, kind of little old school. His hands are the best in the business. He lets the ball travel so far that he can manipulate the barrel. He'll pull his hands in and get the barrel there. He'll wait on like yesterday, his first ball to left he hit. Right. It was just didn't even move his body, just flipped his hands, line drive to left. Right. Like the way he uses his hands, the way he lets the ball travel, and this I call it barrel awareness. He has such incredible barrel awareness. He's able to ball middle in. He can pull his hands in and put the barrel on it. His eye-hand coordination's at another level. So it's fun to watch, man. And, we love watching the power guys. That's awesome. But when you can see a great hitter, I think we're missing these kind of guys in the game. Where are the great hitters? And I know back when I was playing, there was so many great hitters like this. Yes. Now it's more because I think the power has become such a big deal in the last 15 years. You got to hit the ball at the ballpark.
Power gets paid more.
Power gets paid. You don't see the great hitters like Luis Arraez, dude. This guy's a great hitter. And I think there's such a better team with him in that lineup too. And now he's in a lineup too where you got Machado and you got Tatis and you got Cronenworth swinging the bat well. In the Padres lineup, he kind of fits in perfectly in there. It's impressive. And dude, I got to see it firsthand last year when I was with the Yankees. We played the Marlins down there in Florida. He came up. This is a guy you don't want to see with the bases, with traffic on the bases and the game on the line because he's such a good hitter. He came up, I believe it was 7-4 game. Clay Holmes had put a couple guys on, bases loaded, 1 out. I'm like, oh boy, this is not the guy we want to see. And bam, he shoots a double right into the corner. I think it made it 7-6 or 7-7, but it was a tough at bat, and he just got the barrel of the ball, rocking one in the corner. So, dude, Luis Arraez, if you're a baseball fan and the Padres are on, take a look at this guy, man. This guy is fun to watch. The modern day Tony Gwynn. Yeah. I think, like I said, just a great, great hitter.
I love it, dude. I love it. And hey, I got a theory on the bat speed statistical category now. And you said he's an outlier, right? And they say, of course, Stanton hits a ball
right
hard as fast as
O'Neal Cruz hit 120-mile-an-hour single the other day, double.
Now, here's my theory, okay? The reason Arraez is so low is because he's putting balls in play that Giancarlo Stanton wouldn't even touch. My point is Stanton, when he makes contact, he's going to hit it further and harder than anybody on the planet Earth and maybe on Mars, right? But Arraez, think about it. You're talking about his bat awareness, where he can put the bat, how he can make contact. If he's 0-2, right? And there's a pitch, nasty pitch, breaking ball, and he can get down, get it, and make contact with it, get it over the shortstop's head. Maybe he hits that ball 68 miles per hour, right?
Right.
Stanton might not even get to that ball because it's his stance. He's just not built for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's why when you're looking at him, they're like, how does he have such low bat speed? Maybe he doesn't. When he makes hard contact, I bet it's in the 90s or 100s, just like anybody else. But maybe he's not making hard contact because he's not striking out and he's not whiffing on a ball that he's getting to balls maybe that other guys can't even get to. Almost like the Vlad style.
Like his exit velo is going to be in the 90s. You know what I mean? But he's going to get the balls. You're right. Like you look at his swing. That's what I mean. The one he hit the left yesterday, it didn't even look like he used any body. It was like bam, it was just a liner to the left. It was almost like, it was like he was picking fly swatting. Boom. He was bam, there it is, and boom, there's a liner to the left. Nice line drive. So yeah, he's able to manipulate those hands where it's not this huge big swing, but he's getting hits and putting the ball in play. And the last hit he had yesterday, he pushed old school push bunt. Let me see that. Just boom, put it right in the Bermuda Triangle over the first base, second baseman pitcher. It was just a thing of beauty, man. It's fun to watch.
What a weapon, man. What a weapon. What a move getting him. What a great move.
Great move by AJ Preller, who's always looking to make that team better.
He
doesn't care.
Beat everybody they punched. All right. So let's go from contact to power. And this is fun. We were going to do this yesterday. We ran out of time. It's cool that we're doing it today because all these guys, a lot of these guys homered yesterday. I'm going home run leaders in Major League Baseball, okay? We have 4 guys with at least 15 right now. A couple others with 13, a couple others with 12. I'm going to go down the line. I'm going to go down through number 7 on the list, and a lot of these guys are matched up. Kyle Tucker, number 1, with 17. Gunnar Henderson, 16. Ozuna and Judge both with 15. Soto and Ohtani both with 13. Wow. Stanton and Harper both, and Jose Ramirez with 12, as well as Josh Naylor and Adolis Garcia. Dude, that list, those are the best sluggers in baseball, are all at the top of the list for the most part. And, Trout would have been there too if he didn't get hurt because he got 10 off the jump. But, all right, looking at that list right now, I honestly think I don't know many guys below them who are going to really – Pete Alonso's got 11. He could catch up a little bit if he gets hot. Who do you think right now would be battling for the home run title at the end of the year?
You know what, dude? Just watching Judgy firsthand and seeing what he's doing right now, and with that, because he does go to right a lot. And you people are like, oh, that short porch helps a good lefty. For a good hitter, like a guy like Judge, who's going to hit 300 a couple years ago, and is a good hitter, that right field porch serves him better because he could hit a ball to right and it's gone. Mm-hmm. So I think Judgy's got the best shot to hit 50-plus home runs this year and win the MVP. Obviously Kyle Tucker's in a I believe he's a free agent at the end of this year, and we're coming up on it. It's either this year or next year where they got to make a decision. I think it's next year, but they got to make a decision. Like, you're not waiting, at Kyle Tucker. I mean, this is a time where he's like, okay, I'm going to show you. Is it between me or Bregman? Like, he's kind of making the case to say, I'm the guy you want to sign. So Tucker continues to go to another level. Ozuna, it'd be interesting to see if he can keep that up. But, you never bet against guys like Bryce Harper and Stanton and those guys, because Stanton can he could put up 10 in a week, you know what I mean, quickly. And Ohtani, obviously, too. And there's so many good players. Gunnar Henderson really coming into his own. It's been pretty impressive to watch him. But I think of all those guys, man, Judgy stands out as the guy that, if he stays healthy consistency-wise, he's going to run into 50. I really believe that.
Yeah, it's really amazing. And, dude, watching the Yankees, it's amazing. You're saying Judge goes to right, and then Soto's up there lefty, and he's going to left. It's like they're crossing the streams.
And did you see Soto too, bro? That going to left center there, that's $3.99. That's not like
right.
That's not $3.70. To go to left center in New York, you got to hit it. For a lefty, it's for a righty, you got to crush it. Let alone lefty.
Yeah, I mean they're putting up numbers together, and then again, don't forget, don't even sleep on Stanton. Stanton's is getting there too, but he's just real quick, on base percentage, Soto 409, Judge 416. Okay. Slugging percentage, Judge 611, Soto 563. 15.
How about Judge is over 1,000 OPS now too?
Judge has got 1,026 OPS, 972 for Soto. Not too shabby, dude. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I laughed back at that interview. They interviewed Judgy about a month ago, and they're like, "Hey, what's going on?" And he's hitting 170, and he smiled. He's like, "It is what it is right now." He's like, "I don't expect to be here all year." I'm like, "He's about to catch fire."
Yeah, and he has, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun race, man. We got what's really cool that's going on this year. Overall, the stars are playing great. And every team, like, we talked about Yelich the other day. He's kind of back,
Right.
stuff, but like all those guys, Bryce Harper's playing great. Soto and Judge are playing great. All the guys that the Dodgers have playing great. They're the best. The best players in baseball are all kind of playing great at the exact same time this year. And you don't often see that. You see a lot of guys kind of off.
I love it, dude. You love seeing the stars be superstars. That makes the game great. And when you have the stars playing like stars, that makes the game great. So I love that. One other guy that we're kind of like, sleeping on that, we're like, what are the Blue Jays going to do? Are you watching Bo Bichette?
Yep. And then
he's getting hot, dude. He's getting hot. He got 3 hits again last night, 4 hits the other night.
Yep.
I think he's closing on 250 when he was just hitting like 170. So
exactly. We were talking
like I said, like he can be one of the hottest guy. He gets hotter than anybody.
And Vladdy hit a ball dead center last night too, bomb out. So his power started to come back. We were talking about struggle. Those two guys get hot in that lineup together. They can come back, right? It's not all.
Yeah, well, and I think their pitching's good enough. So don't sleep on the Blue Jays. They've Turner's been in a little bit of a slump. He got off to a hot start, then he's really scuffled lately. Justin Turner.
Yeah. Pinch hit last night. Big, huge pinch hit RBI last night, actually.
Yeah, yep, huge. So they're like 23 and 26. They're kind of lurking. Everyone's kind of writing them off, but they're the kind of team that can get really hot and make a run. Absolutely. I really believe that.
Yeah. You got to get really hot and make a run to your.
I'm going to my man Tom Burnett today. I need some needles in my back or some acupuncture or something.
Said I need a backiotomy.
Good. That's what I need.
All right, but then you can relax, dude. This is a nice weekend to relax, be with family, everybody.
Yeah, man. You're opening your pool. Most people are opening their pools. Your pool's been open, dude. The Chinch pool doesn't open on Memorial Day. It opens like 2 months earlier.
Respect, dude. Salute. Cleaning it up today and jumping in there today, maybe.
Nice. You should, dude. You should.
All right, everybody. So
all right, man. Have a great weekend. Everybody out there, have a great Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be a great one. And thanks for listening. Chinchy, brother. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.